Welcome to the basketball tournament, the chase for $2 million on ESPN3. As you take a look at the Santa Monica Pier, Eric Duick and Tracy Murray from Los Angeles, California in the $2 million The Basketball Tournament. It is the Sons of Westwood, of course, the UCLA alumni, and D3, a true David and Goliath. As you take a look at the bracket, again, Eric Duick, Tracy Murray, the former Bruin himself. You get to watch your alumni out here.
Right, I get to see a couple of guys that I haven't seen in a while get out here and put forth a great effort and try to win this $2 million.
But those D3 guys are no slouch.
No, they're not. Joey Flannery, man, this kid is a two-time D3 Player of the Year. I mean, and he's a champion in 2015, I believe. I mean, this kid is unbelievable. He can shoot the ball, I mean, from deep. So you keep an eye on him.
And we take a look at the bracket as the overseas elite team is already into the second round. VCU Ram Nation hanging on as well in its contest. In the South City team, Blazers just advanced. They'll play Team Challenge ALS. That'll be a dogfight tomorrow, Tracy.
Yes, it will be. I tell you what, VCU has quite the following, as you told me, and when you have that type of following and support, why not go out there and win it? At least take care of business at home.
There is D3 in the black, and you mentioned Flannery. All these guys, every single one, has either been a conference and or national player of the year at one point in his career.
I mean, it's an awesome team of D3 players that are put together, and the Bruins, Sons of Westwood, should not take these guys lightly. Come out here ready to go.
And then on the other side, Tracy, it is Jordan Adams in the #1 jersey for the Sons of Westwood.
Jordan Adams played in the NBA as well, played with Kyle Anderson at UCLA. He was a great scorer defensively, has quick hands, likes to steal the basketball. And you look out there on the floor and you also see another former NBA player with Malcolm Lee, played with the Phoenix Suns.
Matt Barnes out with a calf strain, the longtime NBA player and NBA champion of the Golden State Warriors before his retirement in December.
And no Lorenzo Mata-Real either. He messed his knee up playing in the Mexican League down in Mexico.
Instead, Tyrone Nash, a late addition. Adams right off the bat gets to the line.
Go ahead.
Personally, I got to say I'm a little disappointed that Mata's not here. I feel like every generation has their face of guys they just remember.
Yes.
Mata had the mask on, that unique style of play, the 3 straight Final Fours. That was one of those guys that just really sticks out from that generation.
He's a winner. He's a physical player. He's a big that protects the basket. He attacks the rim when he gets the ball in the paint. Great guy. I wish him the best in a speedy recovery as Jordan Adams hits 1 free throw.
Meanwhile, I mentioned Ram Nation. They're up 12 in the South region at the end of the third quarter. A beast down low, misses. That is Jeff Gibbs. He's 6'2", but a good 245. Likes to bang down low.
As I see, as he just threw a guy down in the paint.
Strong can step out.
Yeah, Goleman's going to have to go out there and defend the guy outside the three-point line, which he's capable of doing because he has quick feet. He's been doing it all year with UCLA this past season.
Played in a couple of Sweet 16s as a freshman and a junior, as a regular reserve, then started as a senior. Short on the turnaround now.
I would like to see Goleman keep his balance and not fall backwards on that jump hook against a smaller defender. Go right over the top. He's not going to be able to bother that jump hook.
Jordan Adams prevents the layup there with a hard foul on the left arm of Joey Flannery.
Well, he's getting a couple of looks at some free throws here to give him instant confidence as he misses the first one. Jordan Adams making sure that he didn't get a three-point play out of that.
Moose Bailey, the UCLA head coach.
Moose has done extremely well at Brentwood High School, taking his teams to deep into the CIF playoffs.
Back-to-back Southern Section champs. He coached Trey Holder.
Sure did. You're starting to see a lot of current Bruin players show up and some of the past. Thomas Welsh is in the house. Alex Olashinsky just walked in, so the Bruin support is here.
And in Cam Pretty.
I'm telling you, these guys can play. The Bruins need to understand that when it comes down to guarding these guys. Give them that respect that they know how to play the game.
Flannery creates a little bit of space for the rebound with that push-off.
Well, they're going to do everything right, the fundamental way of playing basketball.
So what runs through your mind from a pride standpoint when you get to see a bunch of your alumni come together, represent your school here in a tournament like this?
Well, from a pride point of view, I wish there was more representative from our school to come out here and help these guys that are here, because there's only a few that are here that played for the Bruins. There are a couple guys from other schools that are representing Sons of Westwood today, so I wish there was more of a representative from our guys.
Malcolm Lee, though, a former Bruin, 2011 last he played there, 28 years old now, gets the bucket.
28, man, time flies. You got to stay tight with Flannery. Hand down, man down.
Getting Camp the back door, good block from behind. Transition foul on Aaron Toomey.
D3 is going to play kind of a Princeton style. They will back cut you if you're overplaying. And here's the block. Goleman comes over and gets a piece of it. Malcolm Lee also got a piece of it. Nice defense. So far, Sons of Westwood's not moving the basketball around very well. It's just the first one across half court kind of makes something happen as Toomey knocks down a long three-point shot.
Welcome back, Aaron Toomey, a 4-year Amherst assistant. His career ended in Fuenlabrada due to a skull injury. We can get into that a bit more as it goes. An answer on the inside for Sons of Westwood.
Nice job by Wyatt getting into the paint, hitting the teardrop.
He was with the North Broad Street Brawlers for a couple of years, so he's a new addition as Strong can finish, but do we have a slap of the backboard? That we do. And a couple of points.
What did they call?
They said foul on the PA. I think he was trying to say goaltend, though.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was goaltending.
Daryl Galinas, Juan Corral, and Wes Ford, the crew.
D3 is up by 8. So Sons of Westwood's got to get something together offensively and then start committing to the defensive end as Isaac Hamilton checks into the game.
We saw brother Jordan earlier today for Team Challenge ALS. Good cross-court find from Nash. It's Malcolm Lee on the other end.
That's how you move the basketball. Get the ball inside, create a double team, and swing it for an open shot.
Flannery edges the baseline for 2.
Tell you what, they better close out on Flannery like he can score the basketball, and he's not just a shooter, as you can see.
Goleman rocks the rim.
And he got a little contact on the way up, so way to power through that contact and get that dunk.
Goleman from Cormand, Hungary. He's right out of UCLA too, like McClinton in that last game.
D3's really crisp at running their offense. And I'll tell you what, Toomey's not shy.
Back to back for him.
He is not shy, and he's pulling from about 25 feet away from the basket.
He was a national champion at Amherst. School record three-point makes 291 points at 2,033. A back-to-back T3 Final Four participant.
Sons of Westwood are playing like this is a pickup game. And D3 is playing like it's a game.
So strong with 10.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be serious about what you're doing out there and start trying to control the tempo and shut down defensively.
Nash right around the rim.
Nice high-low from Goleman to Nash. Nash had a smaller guy on his back.
Tracy, I don't want to scare you early, but the flack I am going to give you for the next 48 hours.
Well, I'm looking at what's on the floor now, and I don't know half of these guys. So the ones I do know.
That's fair. Jaquan Walters blocked by the rim. Lee wide open.
I tell you what, I'm looking at Malcolm Lee shoot three-point shots, and he's improved this shot since college because he wasn't capable of knocking it down like that at this rate. And it's good to see that he added that to his game.
He shot 33% from 3 in Tübingen, Germany this year. Hot potato here for the Sons of Westwood in transition.
And Goleman is capable of hitting that shot.
You mentioned pregame, Tracy, for all the talk about playing for $2 million. This tournament also broadcast on ESPN3. Of course, the finals on ESPN. Phenomenal exposure as well, but we can get into that more after the timeout. 21-15, D3. Impressive early on ESPN3. The Huntington College assistant in Montgomery, Alabama. A bit of a flashback to his playing days right now. The G League veteran Ben Strong, effective early with 10 for D3.
Yes, and if you look at D3, they're 4 or 5 from 3 range, and they're even winning on the rebound war 9-6. When you're shooting 61.5% from the field and 80% from three-point range, you're going to win a lot of basketball games.
Check out that sweat, too, from Ben Strong. I guess that's what happens when you trade in your jersey for a suit.
Getting that lather, you saying?
Yeah. And Ben Strong, the Division III Huntington College assistant in Montgomery, Alabama, after retiring in 2016. He played the 15-16 season with the Nelson Giants in New Zealand and did well at that. 15.6 points a game, 7 rebounds a game.
Ty Saban's in the game too. You got to be aware of him scoring the basketball as well. His last year, he was All-American and averaged 31 points a game his senior year.
Yeah, they
in
all
Denmark.
showed for D3.
Right, and he's playing in Denmark, averaging 17 points a game.
Nash, former Fighting Irish, pushes through.
And, you know, he's with Sons of Westwood now. We used to beat up on the Irish a little bit.
He won a championship, the inaugural championship in 2014 for the ND Fighting alumni, as Isaac Hamilton introduces himself to the ball game.
And that's what you like to see. It's a 10-0 run by Sons of Westwood.
Quick hands.
I tell you what, Sons of Westwood, they have now focused in defensively, which is key. You don't want D3 running their offense and feeling comfortable in it. Now you got defensive-minded guys in there that's hawking the ball a little bit defensively and getting up in some space.
Jonathan Ivey played for SUNY Brockport, class of 2014. Walters off balance. Johnson right there, but misses strong. Khalif Wyatt.
I tell you, Khalif Wyatt was wide open. Nice find by King.
Khalif Wyatt just signed with Hapoel Halan in the Israeli first a week ago. No fresh shot clock, didn't touch rim. Hennenkamp, though, the offensive board. There's your guy, Saban, with the effective spin into a foul.
He can shoot the basketball, so you want to contest without fouling, because you may as well count these 3 free throws, sending him to the line. He's a really good shooter. And he's also getting instant confidence from the free throw line.
He shot 88% from the free throw line, with the Horsham 79ers in the top 10 mark league.
Bruins got off, Sons of Westwood got off lucky with him missing one of those free throws so far. Saban back to the line for his third.
And again, with the theme of this D3, 3-time Midwest Conference Player of the Year. These guys have hardware to the roof.
And Ivy's out there too, Jonathan Ivy. He's athletic, plays tough, PBL Rookie of the Year. He's a fiery guy. He was real vocal on the way to the bench before the game started.
Hamilton!
Nice move by Isaac Hamilton. Isaac Hamilton, who was in the G League. I think it was with the Pacers organization. Toby Bailey steps into the building. UCLA Bruin, all-time great.
26 points and 9 rebounds in the national final as a freshman. Ivy, though, beats the buzzer.
There was a breakdown defensively with Sons of Westwood. Ivy just went down the middle and finished.
High-scoring first quarter, 51 points combined on the board. You're watching the basketball tournament on ESPN3. Welcome back to Cal State LA, where you are watching the West first round in the $2 million The Basketball Tournament Take-All. Excited to welcome Puma Basketball aboard as an official sponsor this year of the basketball tournament. The Sons of Westwood in a dogfight, though, early with D3 in the $2 million TBT. Meanwhile, Elam ending underway in the South region. Ram Nation leading Tampa 2020 80-67 late. Hamilton, a little push off, gets the loose ball back though.
One thing you said, it was a dogfight early. Good thing that this is early, and there's no reason to panic at this point, and just continue to play your way into the game like they did, and now being up by 1 point, try to get some control of this game.
Flannery with space.
You can't give him space. He will dot you in the eye all day if you give him space. You have to push him over the pick, and then if they're switching the pick, then you have to step out immediately, not let him get any type of space. He has a gun on him, he can shoot it.
Two-time Division III Player of the Year.
All-time leading scorer for his school.
He didn't even make the Acton-Boxborough team until his junior season and had to do a PG year at the Taft School, so that's a guy who really emerged late.
And he knows his game, he stays within it. He knows that he can shoot the basketball. He knows if he gets a lane to the basket, he knows how to finish. And speaking of somebody that knows their game, Toomey's back in. Calls out the horns play.
You mentioned that horns play. D3 did hold a 3-day minicamp at the Belmont Hill School in Boston suburbs starting June 29th, so they were able to get together. They tweeted out a picture. They had the full squad there.
Another foul on Isaac Hamilton. He had to go sit down. You can't grab anybody. That might be his third. I think that's his third foul. You can't grab anybody here. They're going to call it.
So in comes Gerald Smith for the Sons of Westwood. Leland King also in. He played for Coach Bailey in high school at Brentwood.
Over the top. Good job by Gerald Smith in there scrapping and boxing out. That's one thing Gerald Smith is going to do. He's a former walk-on with the Bruins, earned a scholarship there through hard work.
Not only that, he was on the women's scout team and worked his way all the way up.
Yes, he was.
Wyatt tough.
Too much room.
Flannery again, back to back.
Flannery is going to continue to light them up if there's no communication defensively of where he is at all times.
The reigning Final Four most outstanding player at Babson. Hinenson, former Dickinson star, knocked out of bounds, stays with D3.
Jordan Adams is struggling out there to get things going.
Adams also hasn't played in a couple of years. Tore his right meniscus in the 2015 off-season workout, had surgery, never really got back into form with the Grizzlies. This is a guy who's just looking to get another contract.
Well, if you look at him right now, he's not really in the type of shape to get back into the NBA at this point.
Former number 22 overall pick.
He's got game, he can play. He just needs to figure it out from this point forward because coming back from an injury is not easy.
Lee, nifty pass. King, though, swatted from behind. D3 amping the pace a little bit, really looking to get into their offense. Tough shot, Toomey.
I was about to say, they gave him too much room. As I say again, Sons of Westwood looks like they're playing a pickup game. Look like there's no organization out there on the floor. Foul, pushing the back.
On Leland King underneath. There's Moose Bailey, the head coach of these Sons of Westwood. Coaches at the Brentwood School, just 22 miles west.
Does an excellent job there. Has a great program.
Gibbs muscles.
A guy that big, that's 6'2", you know he's going to use his strength to back you in. If you're a taller defender, get your hands up in the air. Make it hard for him to shoot over the top.
He was also an All-American tight end at Otterbein. So quite the two-sport standout.
Doesn't surprise me looking at his size.
And he's 37 years old.
Out here getting it in. Showing that age is nothing but a number. Has a lot of pride. Out here putting it all on the line.
Khalif Wyatt on the switch, can't capitalize. Toomey elevates to the board. Hinnenkamp a little indecisive.
Yeah, he's trying to be a little crafty on the dribble when ball got away from him a little bit. Now he looks like he can do that.
Sons of Westwood still struggling, little offensive rhythm. Meanwhile, Flannery and the boys catching hot from outside for D3. It is the $2 million The Basketball Tournament on ESPN3.
I think Sons of Westwood need to find a way to tighten up defensively and get some stops. And maybe they can get out into the open court and get some easy buckets, because in the half court they're struggling.
In the South region right now, the 2 seed, the host Ram Nation, 1 point shy of the 85 target in the Elam, ending that game being played at the Siegel Center in Richmond, Virginia. Khalif Wyatt rocking the Sons of Westwood jersey, but he played at Temple. 2013 A10 Player of the Year. He had back-to-back NCAA tournament games with 31 points.
And Temple is a really good program as well. It was started by John Chaney, and they kept adding and kept getting better. So hopefully we can see them get back to the top of the A10, and because they have such a good tradition. You know, you have guys like, you know, Aaron McKee and those guys come out of there.
Nash with the little self-tap there. That was not a very wise pass.
Can't have silly turnovers against a team that can shoot the ball as well as D3. And they're really conservative with running their offense. They don't take very many chances. So you're not going to see as many turnovers out of D3. Right now, Sons of Westwood's throwing that ball all over the place, and they need to tighten up. And there's nothing to panic about. They're only down 6.
Toomey just avoids the backcourt. D3, the 13 seed, up 6 on Sons of Westwood, the locals in the $2 million The Basketball Tournament. Ram Nation, the 2 seed, just victorious in the South. Gibbs and Walters both vying for the putback. Coleman can't finish, but free throws.
Good pass by Jordan Adams. Goleman trailing after making a play at the rim on the other end, trailing down, no defender guarding him, gets fouled, trying to finish with the left hand, and here he is trailing down the paint, trying to finish with the left. Nice bump by Johnson, enough that he didn't finish.
That is his second.
Goleman knocks down the free throw.
We were saying earlier before the commercial, that guys like him, good opportunity for some exposure when you're fresh out of college.
It is, especially since there was no invites to the NBA Summer League, and this is a perfect opportunity to be seen on a national level here, and he needs to take advantage of it.
Adams with the near steal. Ivy creates separation, count it.
Honestly, it's an opportunity for everybody playing in this tournament to be seen.
Here's another guy, former draft pick, number 22 overall of the Memphis Grizzlies. Played 32 games, 4 playoff appearances, but due to injury, he just has not found another opportunity. Sons of Westwood still down early against D3. The Sons of Westwood, the UCLA alumni, playing in Los Angeles, down 6 early against Team D3. But as longtime TBT analyst Fran Fraschilla said, the truth is on the court. On the court in the South region, Overseas Elite back-to-back-to-back champs into the second round. Ram Nation just advanced out of that region. We welcome all of you from the Siegel Center in Richmond, Virginia, as Ram Nation has advanced as well with that 86-72 victory. Memphis State, they had a poor showing in Charlotte a couple of years ago, but those alums with a victory today as well, 72-63 against the Brooklyn Vultures.
I tell you what, when people have their first showing and they get a taste of what it is, and it's one of those teams that are alumni teams, you will have more come out of the woodwork the next year that said, okay, we have some pride, we're going to get in there and lay it on the line.
The Kentucky alums showed up in the Midwest region a couple of years ago. They got thumped in a 116 matchup because half the guys didn't show, and that was that.
That's the problem. They have to show up and have pride in their school. Just come out here and lay it on the line and get it done. Looking at the stats, 2 players are killing Sons of Westwood. And that's Ben Strong and Joey Flannery. They both have 19 points combined, 7 of 9 from the field and 4 of 6 from three-point range combined.
Strong hasn't even played since the first quarter. Little volleyball underneath 2 for Nash.
Nice pass by Goldman. We heard that slap from over here with the headphones on.
Seriously.
And you're looking at the positive side for Sons of Westwood. Malcolm Lee, 3 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 8 points and 4 rebounds. But on the flip side, you have Isaac Hamilton, who was 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. He has 3 fouls after getting those quick 7 points in 9 minutes. Gigi Goldman has to grab that when he tipped it out.
Ivy, another 3-point try. Tip in, Flannery.
Flannery has proven that he's not just a shooter. He got a drive to the bucket earlier in the game and a tip in right there. He is a scorer. You have to guard him. Another quick shot by Sons of Westwood.
Strong back into the ball game. Can't finish on the hook shot, but a foul underneath. What are your offensive concerns right now with the Sons of Westwood? Where have the issues been?
Too many 3-point shots. The ball's not moving from side to side, and they're not taking advantage of areas that they can score in. I think they're settling for a lot of 3-point shots instead of getting to their spots.
Moving screen here.
Flannery got the offensive foul, grabbing and trying to draw a foul. The old hook under the arm move that make it look like you're being held. He got caught doing it. Nice try though. That's a smart play. I've done it a few times.
Goleman at 7 feet, stepping out.
And Goleman knocks down a 3-point shot. And as I say again, he can do that. But he got a wide open one because there was a ball that was penetrated through a pass into the post and a pass that went across that left him wide open to knock down a 3-point shot uncontested.
Walters knives for 2.
Walters is the Energizer Bunny. He does not stop moving. And if you're guarding a guy like Walters, he can make you look bad because you don't pay attention to him. He's going to be the guy that gets every loose ball, every offensive rebound, and until you start paying attention to him, he's going to hurt you.
He played for Albertus Magnus in New Haven, Connecticut. He'll be 22 on July 21st.
4 days before my birthday.
There you go. They liked him as the last roster spot as a guy fresh out of college. They thought he could fill a lot of roles.
Well, I'll tell you what, well, Goldman's got to shoot that basketball. But he has tons of energy, which is needed in a tournament like this. The dirty work, the high energy guy, that's what Walters is bringing to the table.
Michael Rainiak, a Vassar assistant, is the head coach for D3. Previous 6 years, he was the SUNY New Paltz head coach.
They did a good job of putting this team together. They're very competitive. A lot of guys can play, and they know their roles.
With the bonus, again, 5 fouls each quarter until the opposition shoots, so both teams in the bonus right now to the remainder. Not only can Flannery do it on offense, he had the clinching block in his 79-78 national championship win against Augustana last year.
He's a winner. It doesn't matter what level he plays on, he's a winner. You make winning plays when you're a winner. I don't care what side of the court it's on.
Babson basketball started in 1931. He is just the second guy to sign a European contract out of that school.
Gerald Smith came off that play wide open and didn't take a look at the basket. He's got to shoot that ball. He was wide open. I know he was trying to create for his teammates, but he's got to shoot the ball in order to create for your teammates.
Keeps the play alive here.
Jordan Adams is struggling.
The struggles continue.
That's what he does well defensively. He steals the ball, great anticipation.
And converts.
Good finish. Somebody's hurt. Tooney. He probably slipped on the decal. Looked like he's okay. You hate to see anybody get hurt out here giving it their all.
Shaking his leg out a bit.
And he's an important part to their team. You know, if you're D3, you don't want him to get hurt right now.
Sons of Westwood fans will be pleased to know we're talking to Thomas Welsh at the half, former UCLA star. You mentioned pregame you'd like to see him
suit him up
in that white right now.
So we can see the baseline beauty. He has a nice baseline jump shot. He's also developed a three-point shot. And Sons of Westwood can use his post play right now, I'll tell you that much. 9 seconds on the shot clock, D3 ball.
Walters accelerates. Goleman, a lot of size, but hasn't necessarily produced near the rim, so there hasn't been much inside-outside from that standpoint.
Well, he's more of a European player where he doesn't do much in the paint. He's gonna pick and pop a lot, and he's gonna do things going to the basket off of a pass.
10 seconds. What a trail and finish. Joey Flannery. Goleman beats the buzzer, but short.
Flannery plays extremely hard, even though he's talented. You have people who very rarely play as hard as he does, and that's talented.
And he didn't make his high school team until his junior year.
Well, there it is. When you have situations like that, where you don't make your high school team, you play harder than everybody else.
Thomas Wells coming up on ESPN3. The Sons of Westwood trail at the half, 44-38 against D3. As you are watching the $2 million The Basketball Tournament, and we are joined by Thomas Welsh, the second-round pick of the Denver Nuggets, second team All Pac-12 for UCLA. A season ago, your amateurism days are over. How much do you want to be out there right now?
It's a fun event.
How did you like your experience with the Denver Nuggets so far in the Summer League?
It's been great. The staff has been great. The players on the team have been all phenomenal so far. So just wish we could still be playing out there right now, but I really enjoyed it. I think I learned a lot in a short period of time, and I'm just excited to keep working with them.
So what have the last month been like for you since the draft?
It's been a lot, yeah, just a lot of basketball as it's been my whole life pretty much. But yeah, I went out there for a little mini camp prior to Summer League, got some good practices in with the team, and then obviously Summer League itself, played about 5 games, and just been a lot of fun so far. It's really exciting.
Now, to this game, what do you think Sons of Westwood need to do in the second half to get the victory?
I think get a little more ball movement, more attacking the paint, driving kick actions. I think just the more they can swing the ball side to side and make them play defense on both sides will be big for them here in the second half.
And as you've just graduated, Thomas, what does it mean to be part of the UCLA family and get to see a team together here and come out and support?
It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that's very special at UCLA. I mean, if you look at the alumni base, you got guys like him, you got guys like these guys out here. I mean, it's special to be a part of something like this, and I'm just excited to come out here and support my guys.
Thomas Welsh, second-round pick of the Denver Nuggets, and fresh off his UCLA career. We appreciate your time, Thomas. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I appreciate you. No, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
$1 million winner-take-all The Basketball Tournament on ESPN3. The true David and Goliath as D3 for We Are Division 3. all conference players of the year, a few national players of the year. Right now, beating up on the power that is Tracy Murray's UCLA Bruins. Somewhat. Little mix and match there as we look at the first half here on the basketball tournament on ESPN3. What'd you see, Trace?
Well, what I see is Isaac Hamilton had a couple of easy buckets and then got in early foul trouble. Malcolm Lee has been the scoring punch, shooting in efficiency, a high efficiency rate. And he's the only one that's really been effective offensively for the Bruins besides Hamilton. And you look to the other side, D3, they're moving the ball, sharing the ball, setting good screens, and guys are getting open shots. And when you shoot 6 for 12 from three-point range, you know, that's 50%. That means you're not guarding the three-point line. That means you get good looks because of penetration. So the Sons of Westwood have to do a better job of stopping penetration and getting to the three-point shooters. And then you're looking at the points in the paint, 14 to 12 is D3.
Those two numbers right there, the 25 and the 14, being greater than the one on the right, shouldn't that be the particular concern? You got like a finesse team here in D3 that can stroke it, and you're going up against the D1 Pistons, out-rebounded, outscored in the paint.
That means you're not playing any defense. They're doing whatever they want offensively, and they're winning the war on the boards. And that equates to a loss. That's what it does.
There's a look at the Sons of Westwood huddle. Kind of some blank faces, for lack of a better phrase.
Looks like there's no sense of urgency over there.
Let's see what Moose Bailey has in store for Gigi Goleman in the white number 3 jersey for the Sons of Westwood. Khalif Wyatt there, big-time scorer out of Temple.
Well, I know Moose Bailey's fire. He can't put on a uniform for him, so they're going to have to kind of feed off of his fire and get control of this game quickly, especially in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Moose Bailey played on the 2000 and 2001 Sweet 16 teams with Matt Barnes, who is not active today due to a calf strain. Also, Lorenzo Mata out with a knee injury from the Mexico team.
Mata would have helped shut down a lot as far as the in the paint defense and rebounds. He would have gobbled all of those rebounds up. So you're seeing how much you miss him.
And you're not going to outwork that 3-time Final Four participant.
Not at all.
So the Sons of Westwood down 6. Eric Dewick, Tracy Murray on ESPN3 as Adams finishes and gets the late call.
It looked like he ran into Gigi Goleman and got that foul called. But that's what Jordan Adams does. When he's not knocking down shots, he puts his head down and he goes to get contact.
Jordan Adams is UCLA's second fastest ever to 1,000 points. Do you know who the fastest is?
You got me on that one.
That would be one Tracy Murray. You knew that. Don't come on now.
Jordan Adams can fill it up. It's just that he was struggling in the first half. Hopefully he finds his groove.
Not there.
I think he's shooting the ball too fast. I think he needs to get his feet under him a little bit more.
Toomey hit a couple of early threes, a current assistant at Amherst where he starred, won National Player of the Year honors.
Wyatt upset with that call. But when you're playing against a penetration and pitch offense, you got to really be aware of how fast you close out on somebody, especially when you're in foul trouble.
That's already 4 on Khalif.
And then Isaac Hamilton comes in, and he has 3.
Wide open on the broken pick and roll coverage, but Goleman spins it to the backboard.
That's what Goleman does. Good thing he got over there quickly. That was a wide open layup. Turnovers.
Transition again. Toomey drilled from behind.
But they're hustled. They get the offensive rebound. Everybody's running.
Helter Skelter. Goleman looking to tie it up.
Sons of Westwood are running for three-point shots when they need to be running for layups and dunks.
Again, broken pick and roll coverage, and it leads to a wide open three.
Another offensive rebound.
Moose Bailey was in disbelief on that offensive rebound, kind of arms crossed, just confused, but it's tied.
Jordan Adams finally got a three to fall. Now hopefully he can gain some confidence off of that. It's a tie ball game here. It's been a while since the Sons of Westwood been this close.
That was a really odd sequence, just the whole pinning on the backboard. It's just been all over the place, and yet Sons of Westwood in front.
And we think that Irish contributor right there to Sons of Westwood.
He's been here before, the Notre Dame Fighting Alumni champion in 2014 against Team Barstool in the first of what is now 5 the basketball tournaments.
And here we go. Nice walk-in three-point shot by Jordan Adams off of a great pass. Wide open dunk here. Go ahead and bring down the rim, big fella. Good hands by Jordan Adams. That's what people underestimate about Jordan Adams' defense. It's not so much that he's a great defender as far as moving his feet. His hands are so quick, you have to secure the basketball when he's close.
Strong, the current Division III assistant coach, fouled before the shot.
Strong got deep post position off of that roll because Jordan Adams got out of position, fell for a pump fake.
Not only do these guys have conference and player of the year accolades, they've got tournament experience too. Strong holds the Division III record with 59 points in a tournament game.
Wow.
I don't care what level you're at, that's impressive.
59 points is 59 points. I don't care if you're playing in the baby YMCA league. If you can score 59 points, you're doing something.
Oh, thank you.
But see, he's an inside-outside threat, so it's a little bit easier to score 59 points when you can knock down shots behind the three-point line and post up.
He shows you that smooth stroke on the free throw. There's Michael Rainiak, the brains behind this team. He was watching TBT last year, and he said, we want people to know what Division III basketball is all about. I'm going to go talk to some coaches. I'm going to talk to some friends and find out who the best group of D3 talent I can bring together is. Because like I said, these are all conference players of the year, national players of the year. They didn't play together. It's just the best batch of D3 talent you can find.
Honestly, I was nervous about this matchup with Sons of Westwood with D3 because I've played against many D3 players, not only in summer pro leagues, but I played pickup games up at Azusa Pacific when I was at home locally, and these guys can play. They know the game. They do the small things that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. They do it to the premium. So when you have a D3 team put in here, expect them to play extremely well and extremely hard. They have a lot to prove.
He also has a friend he can call up about team building because he lived with his then fellow assistant Kobe Altman, now the general manager of the Cavs when he was with Amherst.
Now three fouls on Isaac Hamilton running over Toomey. See, you have to be smart and assume that somebody's going to jump in your way when you're running, when you have 2 fouls. Isaac Hamilton came out on fire, so they know that he's a key piece to Sons of Westwood, so why not get him in foul trouble?
Wyatt and Hamilton with 4 fouls. Sabin contested.
And I told you he can shoot the basketball as well. And good hustle by Toomey right here, shooting the gap off of a long pass.
Sabin connected on 283 triples at Ripon. New Berlin, Wisconsin native. Nash buckets.
Big three by Nash. Thank you, Malcolm Lee, with that extra pass across the way. Saw Nash wide open.
A 2-year starter at Notre Dame, played 2011 to 14 for Tübingen in the German first. Strong all sides of the rim.
Malcolm Lee was trying to knock it off of the rim. Couldn't quite get there.
Again, you can knock it off the rim FIBA style except on free throws.
That's an easy way to get a turnover, is when you drive hard to the bucket and you jump up in the air to make a pass. I was always told if you're going to jump up in the air, you're jumping up in the air to shoot the basketball, not to pass it.
Which you were usually doing as a three-point sniper.
You're right. You're right. I wasn't passing too much. I was getting them up in the air.
You got that nice rock on your right finger there to show for it.
Thank you, Akeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler.
Yeah, you were just making sure the water was okay.
Yeah,
right temperature.
Exactly. You want some Gatorade, Mr. Olajuwon, sir? What about you, Mr. Drexler? Those were some great guys, and let's not just say it was a two-man team. You had, you know, Sam Cassell, Robert Horry, Mario Elie, Kenny Smith. You had a lot of great players. Chucky Brown played a great role. Pete Chilcutt played a great role. Charles Jones, being the oldest player on the team, also played a valuable role. It took everybody to get that done.
Big shot, Bob. Malcolm Lee, good hesitation. Nash there.
I tell you what, Nash has been huge in the second half so far, getting tip-ins, a dunk, and a three-point shot. Quick 7 points in the second half.
Nash shot 8 for 10 from the field in that 2014 championship win for 19 points. Saban going up for the shot, bobbles, and back to the Sons of Westwood. Interesting connection with Goleman and the Armored Athlete head coach. We'll get to that in just a moment. You're watching the basketball tournament on ESPN3, all tied up. Back on ESPN3, tied up. We are D3 and the Sons of Westwood. Few good men demolished at the hands of the Gale Force out of that Spokane Hoop Fest spot a couple weeks back. Meanwhile, the reigning Team Colorado squad from last year's Super 16 fell last year earlier than the previous year. They have already advanced. City Team Blazers, Tracy, they had to impress you earlier today.
Yeah, they really did. Playing with only 6 guys, and the guys that were missing was a lot of firepower when it comes to scoring and defending. Really got it done. congrats to City Team Blazers.
And that's one of those things, Tracy, being your first TBT experience, sometimes you make it through that first weekend, then you get your reinforcements in, because that's one of those, like, Team Challenge ALS, you get one more game. Well, Casper Ware, Jeff Ayers, welcome to the team.
Exactly.
That could be one of those really interesting elements.
No question. When you get your full team up in here, if you can hold it down until they get here, that's the key. And now you can fight with all of your soldiers.
That being the asterisk, can you hold it down? Can you just get there? And then you're set.
Now with Sons of Westwood, there's no holding down. This is all you have. You got to go to work.
That foul tag to Jeff Gibbs. The Sons of Westwood, one of 27 alumni teams on the ropes, but back in front.
Nice pick by Gigi Goleman. Hamilton curling around, getting to his spot and finishing in the paint.
Hamilton's older brother, Jordan Hamilton, former NBA player, played for Team Challenge ALS earlier today.
Yeah, I was saying, since we have a couple of guys that aren't Bruins, how come you couldn't get your brother? Isn't blood thicker than water? What's going on with you, Isaac and Jordan?
Maybe he just wanted a better shot at the money.
There's the first Sons of Westwood dunk. Well, second. Gigi had one in the first half, but first one by Malcolm Lee.
He's got NBA experience, former McDonald's All-American, going for 2 in a row.
Well, Malcolm Lee was definitely known for his athleticism and defense when he came to UCLA, and he's showing that the last few times up the floor defensively.
That makes it an 8-0 run. Walters indecisive in midair, but an offensive board follow. Jeff Gibbs.
You got to put a body on Gibbs. I know it's tough because he's strong, but you got to box out first before pursuing the the defensive board.
Ten on the shot clock. No charge called, easy money.
Yeah, they're starting to flop a little bit to try to get the call, and it's been a game that's been called where it's pretty physical. So they're not going to allow that to go. No flopping allowed.
Still physical. Gibbs, bottom of the rim, second try, no. Third's the charge.
That's just wanting the basket. That's just wanting the basketball right there. You had Goleman at 6'11", and Hamilton or Lee at 6'5", and he just wanted that ball more.
Hamilton pretty.
You're starting to see Sons of Westwood, they're starting to get an offensive balance and an offensive rhythm. They're starting to knock down shots.
That's just a 2. Again, the yellow line is the 3 as Walters can't push it home.
Not putting the fork in it on the offensive rebound there.
Hamilton, nice spin, Nash.
Sons of Westwood are starting to put together a nice little run here. They're getting stops defensively. They're getting into the open court, getting easy buckets so they don't have to play half court.
Flannery.
I'm impressed with Flannery.
He's
that kid
got
can score the
17.
basketball. He really can. It's an easy 17.
Goleman held on to, travels.
I think Goleman sometimes, and I noticed this in his 4 years at UCLA, I think sometimes he doesn't understand that he's 6'11". He's close enough to the basket to where he can jump, and he's athletic, to where he's long and athletic. Just jump over the top of somebody and finish. You don't need to get that extra bump. You don't need to bring the ball down to the guard to where they can strip you or you can travel with the basketball. Just catch and finish.
Goleman moved from Gormand, Hungary to Sagemont, where he played for Adam Ross, who will coach Armored Athlete, who's advanced out of 3 straight Super 16s.
Another bucket by Strong. Strong is playing strong, I'll tell you that much.
6'11", 230, not particularly thick, but not a problem.
But he's playing like he's 260.
Wyatt through contact, draws the foul inside a second on the third quarter clock.
Wyatt said, don't worry about it, guys. Get out the way. I got this. He can't guard me. Missed free throw. 4-point game. Makes the second one.
Little time to operate if you're We Are D3. Flannery, though, gets it off. Not a bad effort. Sons of Westwood, though, back in front. 64-59, the UCLA alumni lead in the first round of the $2 million The Basketball Tournament on ESPN3. The Sons of Westwood back in front against We Are D3. Start of the fourth quarter, $2 million The Basketball Tournament. We welcome you back to the West Region first round in the $2 million winner-take-all basketball tournament. Excited to welcome Puma Basketball aboard as an official sponsor of this year's The Basketball Tournament. Ty Nash, 7 for 7 from the field. Hamilton way deep.
Well, I tell you what, it's good to see him out of foul trouble and onto the floor. He has 14 points. The Sons of Westwood have 4 players in double figures and good balance.
Gibbs muscles in.
I tell you what, it's been a great addition having Tyrone Nash. He's 7 of 7 from the floor. Make it 8 of 8.
For 8.
That kid is playing some basketball for Sons of Westwood. And I know he's a man. I'm just old.
You're not that old. Gibbs doing work in the post.
getting close to that 50-year-old mark.
There you go.
That's when you start looking at, am I getting old or am I just older?
Just think back to those days when you were the youngest to get to 1,000 points at UCLA.
Coming into UCLA at 17 years old and leaving at 20, huh? Walking on campus before my 18th birthday, looking at all those all-stars in Pauley Pavilion playing. It was that shot by Wyatt. It was unbelievable to walk in there because they held the Midsummer Night's Magic Johnson's charity game in LA, and all the guys used to come up there and play. So you had every NBA All-Star in the gym that day. I showed up. It was an eye-opener, I tell you that. You're starting to see the maroon and gold come up in here. There's some people with forks.
That would make sense. Forks up. Rival Arizona State up next against Albuquerque Hoops. Lee contested. King right there.
Nice job by King, getting good offensive rebound position, keeping the ball high, not bringing it down and finishing.
And a block on the other end. He played for Ryan Moose Bailey at Brentwood High School.
And he's strong enough to keep Gibbs out of the paint from getting to where he needs to go. Took the bump, got his hand up there, held his position.
Gibbs, what a force. Hamilton, nice ball fake.
Nice, and I've seen that before. Hamilton's really good at that ball fake.
Strong hit on the way up. Moose Bailey trying to buy Nash a couple minutes of breather here. Big spot.
What you're seeing better in the second half from the Sons of Westwood defense, guys are active on the weak side, helping when there's a shot, a pass over the top or a penetration. They're coming a little bit faster and they're helping. Right there on cue. Goleman right there in the spot where he's supposed to be at.
Hamilton buries it.
Shooting runs in that family, doesn't it? We saw that from Jordan earlier. I still think they have a problem. Those brothers got to get on the same page and get on the same team.
And we'll listen in to Isaac and company.
Leaf. Yep. Leaf here. All right. Who's by the way? Malcolm. Gigi up top. All right. Who's by the way? Isaac. Ty Nash. Strong block. All right. Oh, no, it's good. So you strong block. Okay, Gigi over here. All right. You're going dribble handoff here. Dribble handoff here. On the same action, dribble handoff here. You're going on the downstream. Same action is happening. You're going downstream for Isaac. Looking to get this one.
Watch switch.
Okay? Hey, on this catch up here, Gigi, you go straight into the block. Khalid, you're coming all the way on the double across the block.
Okay.
Leland, you set the first one. Gigi, after you set that screen, you're going into another one on the baseline. All right?
Here we go.
After you pass it there, you're coming back out.
It looks like some pick and roll play, which is going to have a misdirection to it. Let's see how they come out and execute it. I know Gigi is supposed to pick and dive, so let's see what happens out of this play.
Happy 41st birthday, Ryan Moose Bailey, who coaches at the Brentwood School, 22 miles west.
It's his birthday today?
It is.
See, I remember when he was a youngin'. Playing AAU ball with my little brother, Cameron Murray.
He's close friends with the general manager, Grant Catani, so that's how he ended up as the head coach.
I remember when Grant Catani was one of the managers at UCLA. taking care of all the Bruins. His dad used to be the head coach of Fairfax that had great players that played for him. Sean Higgins and Chris Mills and J.D. Green and Dave Henderson and all those guys. I remember that team. Then you also had the Ships that played for him.
Foul in transition. We're just 90 seconds, now 81 seconds, or whenever that dead ball transpires, off of the Elam ending.
I know Sons of Westwood, they're waiting for that countdown real quick so they can hurry up and get those 7 points. Oh. Was that a little flop back there?
Wyatt must have touched it.
Malcolm Lee ran the court. Nice job of recognizing that by Isaac Hamilton.
They'll add 7 points to the leading team score to come up with the target score at the first dead ball at or under 4, the Nick Elam ending.
Toomey hasn't taken too many shots since the beginning.
Hey, hit 2 early threes. Gibbs can't hit, but a foul called.
They called a foul on Malcolm Lee when there were 3 D3 guys in the area. Wow, you don't need him. That's 5 fouls. You don't need him to pick up his 6. That's trouble. Uh-oh.
Strong stepping out.
You can't leave him.
He's got 19.
Nice recognition by Gibbs, seeing him wide open across court.
The 2007 D3 Player of the Year.
Sons of Westwood stretched this lead out.
They had a 9-0 run out of that last time out. Goleman doing it all. Leland King right underneath.
Well, Goleman can make plays off the dribble, and he is a willing passer. That's something that he's really good at.
Wyatt absorbs the hard foul. So we'll have the Elam ending on the other side. Target score of 89 coming your way on ESPN3 and the $2 million TBT. The Elam ending. Target score of 89, and the Sons of Westwood have a pretty big head start on that against We Are D3, a team that led by 6 at the half, now down to 17. So the shot clock still in play, but no game clock. And the first team to that target score is victorious. What are your thoughts on the Elam ending thus far, Tracy?
I think it still puts pressure on the team that's ahead, but if you're looking at the lead right now, it's 82-65. D3 has no type of pressure whatsoever, just go play loose. Sons of Westwood is going to probably face the best defense that they faced all evening, and they're going to have to continue to defend and try to get into the open court and get easy buckets to try to get this thing done. Hitting free throws helps as well.
Wyatt's been a huge addition. This is a guy who scored 25 against the LaSalle alums, aka 20th and only in 2016. Before a second round loss to Boeheim's Army, who gets underway next week in the Northeast Regional.
So it's getting down to 5 more points. Sons of Westwood have to defend here. They're picking up full court.
Yeah, mostly. Also, like, me and Ryan, the position of the camera.
Toomey from 30.
It's been a while since he shot one of those.
Adams attacks, puts it through.
I thought there was a lot of contact on that play. Probably should have been an and one, but as long as he got the ball to go through the net, that helps Sons of Westwood. Timeout D3.
Adams has maybe gotten a little better as this game has progressed.
Yes, he finally slowed himself down, got into his flow at his speed, and started knocking down shots. I thought he was pressing a little bit at the beginning. I thought he was moving a little bit faster than he wanted to move.
Cool, guys, have a seat. Keep trying to run All right, here we go. Hey, camera stuff. Right away, double. All right, just mix things up defensively and rotate the back line guys out of that thing. All right, so mix it up. Even if it goes to the elbows or the wing, we're doubling. If it comes off that ball screen, we're jumping that thing and rotating out of it. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Well, Moose Bailey with Sons of Westwood, they're looking at being more aggressive defensively and trying to create turnovers and get easy buckets out of that. They're going to jump pick and rolls. They're going to rotate quickly and try to shoot the gaps and get some steals like they've been doing to get this lead.
There's a look at the We Are D3 huddle as Lucas Johnson back into the ball game, the black number 13 jersey.
I'll tell you what, they have nothing to be ashamed of. I'm impressed by them. They played hard. It's just the shots weren't falling in the second half, and I think Sons of Westwood's defense picked up.
We Are D3 led 44-38 at the half. A 3 would win it for the Sons of Westwood at Cal State University, Los Angeles. With Thomas Welsh, second team All Pac-12 in the house. King bottoms.
King is strong. He's getting to where he needs to get to and finishing off the glass.
Saban doesn't get the call. Next point wins.
There it is. Sons of Westwood, they had a game plan with those last 7 points. Pick up the defense, get into the open court, be aggressive in traps, create turnovers, and try to get out in the open court and get easy ones.
I Isaac Hamilton also really improved his play throughout this ballgame as well, Tracy.
He did. He stayed out of foul trouble, which was key because he can score the basketball. If he's not in foul trouble defensively, then you're going to get the offense that he can bring to the table at the end of the day.
You said at half if they survive this, they'll be in trouble. Do you feel a little more encouraged now?
A little bit more encouraged because the second half, it was a different team than I saw in the first half. So I am more encouraged by the way they finished the game and the way they played in the second half. So congratulations to Sons of Westwood for winning and advancing. So now, you know, every game is going to get tougher from this point forward.
I like the choice there. There's a story behind every placard that gets placed. For him, former scout for the women's team, gets on via the walk-on, then gets a scholarship. So that is beautiful to see. So the Sons of Westwood into the second round. Maybe they'll get a Pac-12 rival. Forks up if they can hang on up next, but they're a little short-handed right now. Isaac Hamilton, 22 points. Got fired out. We are D3 though. Like Tracy said, nothing to be ashamed of. Quite a performance out of them. Up 6 at the half. Atlanta Dirty South in purple and black on in the South region on ESPN3. Forks up and the Albuquerque Hoops next here.